Have you ever watched native speakers at work and thought, how do they talk so quickly during busy days?
Many English learners feel confident during quiet moments, but when things get fast, messages, phone calls, sudden tasks, the English feels harder.
That's why today's episode is all about learning the natural, everyday English native speakers use when the office gets busy, when things change, or when they need to respond fast.
Before we begin, let's introduce ourselves. I'm Josh, and welcome back to another episode of Mr. Learn English.
And I'm Emily, and we're happy you're here for episode 3 of our Workplace English series. You've already learned the basics. Now we'll help you handle real busy work situations with simple English.
Let's start with workplace messaging because native speakers use chat apps like Teams, Slack, or email all day. And the language is actually very short and simple.
A common message you'll see is quick question, which means the person just needs a fast answer.
Yes, and another very common one is, do you have a moment? This is a soft way to check if someone is free without sounding demanding.
If you want to ask for something quickly, you can say, can you send this? Or, can you check this? These short messages are normal and natural.
And if you need more time to reply, you can simply write, one moment or I'll check, which keeps communication smooth.
Now let's look at phone English because many learners feel nervous on work calls, but native speakers use short, friendly phrases.
When you answer the phone, you can say, hi, this is Josh, or hello, this is Emily, which is clear and professional.
Yes, and if you don't hear something clearly, you can say, could you repeat that? Or, sorry, the line is not clear, both of which are very common.
When you need to pause or think, you can say, 1 second, or let me check, which gives you time without feeling stressed.
Before ending the call, native speakers often say, thanks for your help, or talk soon, both easy to use.
Now, let's move to handling busy days because this is when simple English becomes really important.
A very natural phrase is, today is a bit busy, which tells coworkers your day is full without complaining.
Yes, and another phrase is, I'm working on a few things, which means you have multiple tasks but are managing them.
If someone tries to give you more work, you can gently say, I can do it later today, or can we do this after lunch? These short phrases help you set boundaries politely.
Let's also talk about prioritizing because native speakers often need to choose which task to do first.
You can say, what should I do first? Or which one is more important? These simple questions help you stay organized.
And if you want to share your plan, you can say, I'll start with this, or I'll do this next, which are clear and easy.
Next, we'll talk about explaining problems quickly, expressing stress politely, reacting to unexpected situations, and checking progress in natural workplace English.
Now, let's look at how native speakers explain problems quickly, because this happens every day at work, and the English is much simpler than people think.
A very common phrase is, there's a small issue, which is soft and calm. It tells the listener something is wrong, but not serious.
Yes, another useful line is, something isn't working, which can describe almost any problem, technology, a file, a document, a website, everything.
If you need help fast, you can say, I can't open the file, I can't find the document, or the link is not loading. These short sentences are clear and natural.
And when you want to tell someone what happened, you can say, I tried, but it didn't work. Or, I followed the steps, but something went wrong. These are very common phrases.
Now let's talk about expressing stress politely, because native speakers do this too. but they keep it soft.
A simple way to say you feel busy or stressed is, today is a lot, which means your day is heavy but manageable.
Yes, and another very natural phrase is, I'm a bit overwhelmed, which tells coworkers you have too much to do without sounding dramatic.
If you need more time during a stressful moment, you can say, can we do this later? Or I need a moment, which are both friendly and calm.
And if someone asks you to do something and you're already busy, you can say, I can, but I'll need a little time, which is polite and honest.
Let's move into unexpected situations because these happen in every workplace. Sudden changes, last minute requests, new problems. And the English is surprisingly short and direct.
A very common reaction is simply, oh, okay, which shows surprise but also acceptance.
Yes, and another phrase is no problem, we can adjust, which sounds flexible and positive.
If something major changes, you can say, let's switch the plan, or we need a new idea, both simple and natural.
And if you receive new information suddenly, you can respond with, thanks for letting me know, which keeps the tone friendly.
Now let's look at checking progress, because native speakers do this all day long, but the sentences are extremely short.
One common question is, how's it going? Which is often used in offices to ask about progress on a task.
Yes, and a slightly more specific version is, how's the project going? Or, how's the design going? These are very normal questions.
If you want to give a progress update, you can say, it's going well, I'm halfway done, or I'm almost finished. These are simple and easy to understand.
And if you're still working on something, you can say, I'm still on it, which is a very natural native speaker phrase.
Let's give learners a short imagination practice using these phrases.
Imagine you're working on a file and suddenly it freezes. You say, there's a small issue. Something isn't working. A coworker asks, how's it going now? And you reply, I'm still on it, but I'll need a moment.
Then your boss sends a new request at the last minute. You say, oh, okay, no problem, we can adjust.
This small scene shows how simple and calm workplace English can be, even during stressful moments.
Let's also include a quick mock conversation.
Here's an example. There's a small issue with the file.
What happened?
I tried to open it, but it didn't work.
No problem, we can adjust. How's your other project going?
Almost finished.
Clear, short, and very natural workplace English. Perfect for beginners.
Next, we'll cover short explanations, sharing reasons, simple confirmations, and professional-sounding closing phrases for busy days.
Now, let's look at short explanations because native speakers often explain things quickly without long grammar.
A very common phrase is, the reason is, which helps you explain why something happened in a simple way.
Yes, and another good phrase is, it's because. For example, it's because the file is too big, or it's because the system is slow today.
If you need to explain more than one thing, you can say first and then, which helps you sound organized even with very basic English.
And if you don't know every detail, you can say, I'm not sure yet, or I'll check and let you know, both of which are used constantly in real workplaces.
Let's move into giving reasons, because this is something many English learners find difficult. But the phrases are extremely simple.
You can say, I did this because, or we changed it because. These small phrases are enough for clear communication.
Yes, and if you want to soften the explanation, you can say, I think the reason is, which sounds gentle and natural.
Now, let's focus on confirming details, because this helps prevent mistakes and saves time during busy days.
Native speakers use very short confirmation phrases like, just to confirm, or so the plan is, followed by the important detail.
Yes, and another clear phrase is, let me make sure I understand, which shows you want to avoid confusion.
If you're writing a message, you can say, confirming the meeting at 2 p.m. or confirming the task is due tomorrow, which is simple and professional.
Now, let's look at handling quick decisions, because workplaces often require fast action, and the English needs to be short and confident. A useful phrase is, let's do this, which shows you're ready to begin.
Yes, and another helpful line is, that works, which means you agree with the choice or plan.
When you want someone else to choose, you can say, you decide, which is friendly and natural.
And if you need a moment, you can say, let me think, which gives you time without sounding stressed.
Let's give learners a short imagination practice to help these phrases feel natural.
Imagine your coworker asks, why did you change the design? You respond, the reason is the old one didn't load well. Then you say, just to confirm, we're using the new version, right? Your coworker replies, yes, that works.
This small scene uses simple explanations, reasons, and confirmations, exactly how native speakers communicate.
Now let's add a short mock conversation to reinforce the rhythm.
Here's an example. Why is the report late?
It's because the system was slow.
Okay, just to confirm, you can send it today?
Yes, that works.
Short, clear, and polite. Perfect English for beginners.
Lastly, we'll share a small end-of-day workplace story, give speaking practice questions, and end with motivation.
Let's take a moment to review everything we learned in episode 3, because repeating the phrases helps them become natural and comfortable.
Yes, and today we focused on the language native speakers use during busy days. Short, quick, and calm expressions that are perfect for real workplace situations.
We started with workplace messaging and learned phrases like quick question, do you have a moment, and 1 second, which native speakers use hundreds of times a day.
Then we practiced phone English with simple lines such as, hi, this is, could you repeat that? And talk soon, which help you sound clear and confident on calls.
After that, we talked about stressful days and soft expressions like, today is a lot, I'm a bit overwhelmed, and I'll need a moment, which help you stay polite even when you're busy.
Yes, and we also learned phrases for unexpected situations, such as, no problem, we can adjust. Let's switch the plan. And thanks for letting me know.
Then we looked at progress checks with questions like, how's it going? And simple answers such as, halfway done, almost finished, and I'm still on it.
We also learned how to explain problems clearly with, there's a small issue, something isn't working, and I tried, but it didn't work.
After that, we practiced short explanations and reasons. The reason is, it's because, and first, then.
Yes, and we learned how to confirm details with phrases like, just to confirm. So the plan is, and let me make sure I understand, which help you avoid mistakes.
We finished with quick decision phrases like, that works, let's do this, you decide, and let me think, which are used every day in offices.
Now let's put everything together in a short workplace story so learners can hear how natural this English sounds. Here is a simple example. I start my day with a message. Quick question. I get a call and say, hi, this is Emily. Later, I find a problem and say, there's a small issue. Something isn't working. My coworker asks, how's it going? And I reply, almost finished. In the afternoon, someone changes the plan suddenly, and I say, No problem, we can adjust. Before leaving, I confirm tomorrow's schedule. Just to confirm we meet at 9? My coworker says, that works, and I end the day feeling organized.
This story shows how easy, clear English can help you communicate confidently even on a busy day. Now, let's add a few speaking practice questions learners can answer out loud. What phrase can you use when the office is busy? How do you confirm a detail? What do you say when something doesn't work?
These short answers help learners build fluency.
Here's a quick mock conversation to close the lesson. There's a small issue with the file. Okay, what happened? It's because the link isn't working. No problem, we can adjust.
Simple, friendly workplace English. Perfect for beginner learners.
Before we finish, we want to remind learners that this is episode 3 of our Workplace English series, and there is so much more we want to share with you.
Yes, episode 4 will focus on even more real office English planning, giving suggestions, asking for permission, and sounding confident in short conversations.
So make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss episode 4.
Thank you for learning with us today.
We'll see you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone.
Bye till next time.